Welcome to this very important webinar. Turn up your speakers, we don't have a lot of time, so I've condensed a lot of valuable information into this webinar with no fluff. The hands down number one to generate high quality leads that turn into clients and grow your law practice. This works in any niche of the law. What you're about to learn, the number one way to generate high quality internet leads that turn into clients for your law practice. How you can have these high quality leads coming into your office in 48 hours or less with just a couple hours of work. How you can track your ROI down to the penny so you have real and measurable results and know your exact cost per lead. How you can test this method on a very small scale for literally a couple $100 to confirm that it works and then scale it up massively once you see the results for yourself. Learn the biggest mistakes that both lawyers and ad agencies make when trying to have success with this method of lead generation. And see examples of actual ads and how you can run lead generation pages so you know exactly what they look like. First things first, let's cut through the hype and get to the real question at hand. Write this down and think about this logically. If your law practice was to shut down next week if you don't get some new leads, how would you go about generating new leads that turn into clients for your business fast? We'll get back to this question in a moment. My name is Dr. Anthony Kell. I'm a chiropractor with over 20 years of clinical experience and managing small businesses. Having worked with many attorneys over the years, I'm very familiar with the challenges they face when it comes to generating new clients. Over the past 10 years, I've dedicated a lot of time to learning how to effectively do online marketing to help generate new patients or clients, not only for my own business, but also for colleagues. So enough about me. Let's get back to that million-dollar question. If your law practice was to shut down next week if you don't get some new leads, how would you go about generating new leads that turn into clients for your business fast? I really want you to think about this logically. Put all the hype and everything you've heard from every guru aside and ask yourself this question. What would you do? Really quickly, let's look at what many law firms try to do. Newspaper ads are outdated and go stale quickly. Typically same readership unless you're catering to a very elderly crowd. Newspaper ads don't get you great results. Billboards can get you some results, but they're more for branding, very expensive, and billboard companies try to get you into 6-month contracts as they know after the first 2 months of the billboard being up, results are going to go down dramatically, as it's the same people driving by those billboards every day. TV is very expensive and again mostly for branding purposes. It has a low return on investment and most lawyers are priced out of it. But for those who do, it's very expensive and has a low return on investment. Radio is another advertising media that is outdated, has a low ROI, and again it's usually an elderly crowd that you're targeting. And it's going to be the same people listening to the radio. So again, those ads get outdated very quickly. Or let's look at what many new and upcoming lawyers are doing, which is Google. No, this is not about SEO. I'm not going to be giving you a presentation on search engine optimization. But what we're going to be talking about is the fastest way to generate the highest quality leads for your business fast using the internet and specifically through Google. And again, this is not about SEO. So here's the question. What is the biggest difference between Google and all the other advertising you see on your screen? In a moment, I'm going to share with you the number one way to generate tons of high quality leads through Google in 1 week or less. And you'll learn exactly why many lawyers don't succeed and how you can after you see what I'm about to show you. When a client is searching on Google, they are a red hot lead that is searching, finding, and calling you. They've already taken an action and are much closer to becoming a client than someone you interrupt with your advertising. Okay, TV, billboard, radio, newspapers, that's called interruption advertising. And you're trying to catch someone's attention that is not specifically looking for your service. Google is exactly the opposite. Google leads are the hottest, highest quality leads as someone is going on Google, typing in the search and looking for you. If you're from Dallas and someone is typing in personal injury attorney in Dallas, that is a red hot lead and it does not get any better than that when they find you at the top of Google. This is why Google is king. And here's why you can't ignore Google anymore. Many lawyers have ignored Google for many years, but as you can see from this growth chart, you might have been able to ignore Google in 2007, perhaps in 2008 and 2009, but look at the growth, especially from 2010 to 2013. The number of searches on Google has almost doubled, and I bet you it's probably going to keep on doubling, especially with the increased use of mobile devices and the amount of people searching from these devices using Google search engine every day more and more. In 2013, Google's online ad revenue was $38.6 billion, 1/3 of all online ad revenue. So, those who ignore Google in this day and age, and if you're a lawyer and you don't think you need to advertise on Google, then I don't know what to tell you. You probably don't need to listen to the rest of this webinar because you're probably stuck in your old set ways. So, go on and keep on doing the things you've been doing. But for those who want to grow your business, are serious, and realize the internet is the future and Google is the #1 search engine and is not going anywhere anytime soon, then pay close attention to what I'm about to say. The #1 way to generate high quality leads that turn in clients in 1 week or less. Now, it's not SEO. I'm going to explain the difference really quick. SEO is a good long-term investment for trying to get your website up in the organic rankings, but there's no guarantee you're going to be in the top 5 rankings on page 1. So while SEO might be a good long-term investment, there's only one way to generate high-quality leads in less than 1 week and be at the top of Google for hundreds of different keywords and keyword variations. The answer is Google AdWords, Google's pay-per-click advertising platform, one of the greatest ever created. You only pay when someone clicks on your ad. Before, companies used to charge you per impression, which was awful. Look at this ad you see on your screen. I typed in Criminal Defense Attorney Las Vegas. Although the top ad is not well written, I want you to notice how it is twice the size of the ad below and includes a local phone number and address. Google makes this possible as it allows local businesses, including lawyers, to integrate their Google Places, now called Google Plus Local, into the ads. Most lawyers don't even realize this and the huge advantage it gives them over their competitors. Many people actually call the phone number directly from the ad without even clicking on the ad. And as the ad is so much bigger than all of the ads on the page, it makes it even more likely that people will click on that ad. So a huge advantage that Google gives to local businesses, including lawyers. Take a look at the search I did here for immigration lawyer Los Angeles. Now you can see the top 3 results are on the top of the page of the ads, and the 4th one you see that I point to is the SEO. That's the 4th result on the page. If you're looking from the top, the first 3 are the Google AdWords. And if you've noticed lately, Google's made the yellow section where the 3 ads appear at the top of the page a whiter tint. So the ads blend in much better on the page, actually making it more difficult for people to tell the difference between the organic results and the Google ads. And why would Google do that, of course? Because they want to make money off the ads. This is how Google increases their profits for their shareholders. So they want people to click on the ads. It's pay-per-click. When somebody clicks on your ad, Google charges you, and in return, you're going to get a red-hot lead. But that's how Google makes their money. So take a look at these 3 top ads. You see how the first 2 ads have their Google Places integrated into their ads. Not great ads, by the way, but we'll talk about the importance of having great ads in a minute. Now, the third one does not have its Google Places integrated. And the first one is the SEO. That's the difference. Why most Google AdWords campaigns fail? The number 1 reason, and most lawyers don't even realize this, they don't have a landing page or they have an awful landing page. Many times if you do a search on Google and click on lawyer ads, lawyers will send you straight to their main website with hundreds of different links with all this information about them and their company. This is not what gets internet traffic to convert. If you want to convert your internet traffic into leads and people picking up the phone and calling, you need a high converting landing page. A landing page is specifically made for people clicking on your ad, landing on that page and picking up the phone and calling you right away. I'll show you an example of what a good high converting landing page looks like in just a minute. I'm also going to tell you the importance of what that does to the results of your campaign as well. So if you've ever had a Google AdWords campaign before and you've never gotten the results you wanted and your campaign has failed, it's probably because of some of these reasons. And I'm going to show you some examples in the next upcoming slides. Let's look at the second reason why most Google AdWords campaigns fail: horrible ads with low click-through rates. Okay, most lawyers don't realize what a good ad even looks like, and for the most part, their ads are bad. Typically, most lawyers only throw up 1 ad in their AdWords campaign without any consideration for split testing multiple ads to see if they can help improve results. Neither will they consider hiring a professional copywriter to write the ads for them. So they end up with bad ads with low click-through rates. Now, the third reason why many campaigns fail is due to bad campaign setup. So basically, if you try to just go in there and just set up your own campaign and follow Google's basic instruction, or whatever you're going to try to find, you're probably going to fail miserably. Okay, if you've ever tried AdWords already and known people that have blown through their entire budget very quickly and not getting many results, this is probably why. Or it could be a combination of all 3 things: bad campaign setup, no landing page or awful landing page, and horrible ads with low click-through rates. Now, most PPC managers are a dime a dozen and we usually work for big nationwide companies that more than likely you've already been solicited by before. Basically say they can set up your campaign. But essentially what you're going to get is that $35,000 employee who's had some very basic training and is just going to do a basic AdWords campaign. They don't know anything about landing pages, they don't know anything about ads, and they certainly don't know how to optimize your campaign correctly. I really want to press upon you that's not what we are. We are essentially the exact opposite. So I want to go back to the landing page. A good landing page can literally double or triple your leads. Just literally by having a high converting landing page, you can often at times double the amount of leads you're getting for the same amount of money spent. When I take a client that's already running Google AdWords, I can often double their conversion just by creating a good high converting landing page. Think about this for a second. So if you're spending $1,000, you're only getting a certain amount of leads. But if you have a high converting landing page, you can get twice as many leads. You're literally doubling your return on investment simply by having a high converting landing page. This is really a key factor in the success of many AdWords campaigns, yet most attorneys don't even know what a landing page is, let alone have a good one that is converting very well for them. Very important for you to realize this. Here's an example of a really awful landing page. This is literally a page I Googled, clicked on the ad, and this was the page I was taken to. This is not a landing page, it's the main website, and not a very good one at that. Someone is actually spending money on ads and sending their traffic to this website, and it's not even a real landing page. This is an example of an awful landing page, where the person doesn't even know what they're doing, no clue and no idea how they're spending their money, and literally wasting their money and not getting the result they should be getting because of this awful landing page they're sending people to. They usually complain that Google AdWords doesn't work because they have no idea what they're doing. Just look at the page you're sending people to. Here's an example of a good landing page. In the upper left-hand column, there's a brief introductory video about the attorney that explains who they are and how they can help. This helps to connect the prospect with the attorney in a more personal way, making it more likely they will call. Below the video, there's a compelling headline followed by some bullet points explaining the benefits of seeking counsel from this attorney. There's a phone number in plain view, a contact form, and a call to action to get the prospect to pick up the phone and call you. Next, going back to the second piece, high converting Google ad can also instantly double your leads. Here's the great thing about this. When you have a high click-through rate, meaning more people clicking on your ad, so without being too technical, click-through rate is the percentage of people who click on your ad divided by the number of people who view it. So for example, if 100 people do a Google search, and 4 people click on your ad, you have a 4% click-through rate. Just to put it in layman terms, Google actually rewards you by lowering the cost of your clicks due to the fact that they have determined that your ad is more relevant due to its higher click-through rate. Here's an example of a good ad versus a bad ad and how an ad can instantly double your leads. Look at the ad on the top here, which is a pretty good ad, and the best one I could find after Googling around for a couple minutes. In this ad, you can see that the Google Places has been integrated in the ad. There's also site links describing different areas in which the lawyers work in, specifically family law and child custody, and there's also a phone number in the ad. They also have a call out for an action, aggressive family law, call now for free consultation. On the other hand, the ad on the bottom, family law attorneys, is missing a lot of vital information. Number one, they don't have the Google Places integrated. Number two, speak with a family law specialist, State Bar Nevada certified. So that's quite boring. So this is basically an awful ad. So the difference between the top and the bottom ad is the difference between what could be a successful campaign if the ad above also has a good landing page versus the bottom ad that probably doesn't have a good landing page, resulting in an unsuccessful campaign. The guys in the bottom are probably going to say, oh, Google AdWords doesn't work. Yeah, it didn't work because you had an awful ad and you probably had an awful landing page. So think about this formula for a second. If you get twice as many clicks on your ads and twice as many conversions on your landing page, that's 4 times as many leads as you could be bringing in. That's the difference between an AdWords campaign that can help an attorney's business grow by millions of dollars in revenue per year versus another campaign when someone tries it. Yeah, I tried Google AdWords before and it didn't work. 4 times the results. Think about that. Very important. Little things make a tremendous difference in AdWords, especially when you're talking about landing pages and ads. So very important to realize it's the formula for success and the difference between your campaign making it or failing. And as you can see, a normal business at best can only get you about 7.5 leads, whereas we can get you 4 times the results, a much better outcome. Very important for you to realize this. Unfortunately, most AdWords advertisers are flying completely blind as the vast majority don't know which keywords or ads are bringing in the best results. In order to actually know the cost per conversion for every keyword and ad, so you can see what is performing, what is not, and fine-tune your campaign accordingly, you must have dynamic conversion call tracking system in place. So every time someone clicks on one of your ads and gets dropped on your landing page, the system dynamically inserts a unique tracking number onto the landing page. Then after your prospect calls you through this dynamically inserted phone number on your landing page or website, it pushes back into AdWords account in real time as a conversion. Therefore, you know exactly which keywords and ads are generating the most calls. Soon you will have enough data to know exactly which keywords and ads are performing and which ones are not converting well. You will no longer leave money on the table or run inefficient campaigns. You must be tracking phone call conversions in order to know your cost per conversion for every keyword and ad. Otherwise, you may be running keywords with fairly distinct click-through rates, but are still not converting to clients as revealed by the two stats on the right. By the way, these stats were for a personal injury lawyer in a very competitive city. In most areas of the law, the cost per lead or per click will be much less. Family law and immigration leads could be $40 a lead or less in some cases. With call conversion tracking, you can tell if mobile traffic is profitable or if you are throwing money away. Then you can adjust your mobile bid accordingly. Here's how we can help you get new high quality leads from Google. Step 1. We will create a high converting landing page for you based on a proven high converting template that consistently gets great results for lawyers. Remember, a landing page could double your conversion, just could literally make or break your campaign. We create a landing page based on a proven high converting template. Step 2. We will do an extensive keywords research and set up a Google pay-per-click campaign with multiple different ad groups, each with different keyword groupings and different ads. Step 3. For each ad group, I will split test multiple ads, thereby finding the ad that gets the highest number of clicks. This will get you more leads, and in addition, Google rewards people who get high click-through rate by giving you a lower cost per click. Finally, step 4. Every month, I will analyze all the keyword and ad click-through data very carefully, making the necessary tweaks and improvements to ensure your account continues to improve instead of decline. There are two ways you can receive leads. Number 1, someone who clicks on your ad will call the phone number on the landing page for a free consultation. Or if they don't call, the prospect may enter the information in the form on the landing page for a free consultation, and you will be immediately emailed their contact information. If you're ready to get started or would like to speak with me to get your specific questions answered, please go to my website, www.onlineleadsolutions.com, to schedule an appointment, or email me at support@onlineleadsolutions.com. I want to thank everyone for being on this webinar today and hope you've learned some valuable information. Thanks and have a great day.